We're back once again, only on it's After Hours, only on the After Hours YouTube channel. Join me here on the line. This young lady here, she's one of the top content creators on many vids. She's versatile. She likes to do a lot of things, and she's very successful at it. We're looking forward to seeing her in action. I give you the sexy, the beautiful, the curvaceous. I give you it's Mandy Maytag. So, Mandy, let's start off here with everybody thinks it's easy. Oh, I have an iPhone. I can shoot porn. Girls going down on me. That's it. It's like you've done this now for a while. How tough is it, like shooting scenes, getting things organized, getting people together, getting the tests, and
Uh,
then actually like shooting the stuff?
the shooting, usually easiest part. That 20, 30 minutes, even a couple hours is nothing compared to what it takes to get to that point and then what it takes to move that content after that point. So um, just from the concept or, getting the talent together that you want to work with, coming up with a concept if you haven't already, or you don't have like a series or whatever you're doing. Um, the testing is expensive. They've added some new things to that. The equipment, the professionalism, the hygiene, your legal stuff, your paperwork, flight, travel accommodations, setup. I mean, just you saw how long it took me to just put this phone on the ring light, So um, now people are successful with the cell phone content. Sometimes I think it's not so much the quality of the video as it is the content itself. Like if it's like a, a really popular fetish or something like that, and they've got a catchy title, sure, you can put it up on a platform, no face, no professional anything or consideration of that other than, we're going to put a different sheet on the couch and we're going to give it a different title and we do the same thing and it's going to be the same two people over and over. People are successful doing that. I don't know how successful, but I've fallen into that trap where my stepdad punishes daughter for you know uh, losing the password on his Xbox, and then you're like, "Ooh, that sounds good." You go watch it, and then you see like all those suggested, and it's all the same video, pretty much. It's them shooting the same thing over and over with a new title, different sheet on the couch, same position, same two people. You recognize the tattoos or whatever. So that's possible. I mean, I guess it's content creation. Um, they're going to get you once or twice, but then you're going to realize I'm watching the same crap over and over. So to stay with it and to wait until you're successful enough to really profit, that's the hard part. When I made my first 3 scenes, I just was feeling down and out one day, and I thought, man, I'm going to quit. Who am I kidding, right? And then I thought, well, if I put 3 scenes out and stop, like, then I failed. I thought, why would I do that? Because as soon as I knew I was going to do it, as soon as I had that idea, and it was like confirmed by the universe, that's all I talked about forever and ever and ever. So I'm sure people are sick of hearing it, but it's in my soul. So, you know, pro ho, you know, pro ho, what is it? Mega sluts. I don't know. Princess Habit called us something the other day. She's like, I don't know, it was like mega sluts or super whores or something like that. I was like, oh, good. I like pro ho. So you turn your likes into dollars, baby.
So for you, like, is it a bit easier that because you're in Missouri that that people might come because it's very you're still near like Florida, Georgia, Carolinas. I mean, does it help being around there where it's like, all right,
Oh,
I can get
yeah.
some people to around it. They might come through town. How much does that help having
Okay.
being somewhat near rather than like all the way in the Dakotas, the Northeast,
No,
and you're
I'm
just
right.
like, oh crap.
I'm closer to the Dakotas, I think. I'm right by Kansas. I'm not in St. Louis. So I'm clear where Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, and Missouri touch. I'm clear in the middle of the country. Now, one bonus to that is um, I do have like 5 airports close. So I can fly to Tulsa, Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is like the headquarters of Walmart. So they got a lot of flights. Joplin, Springfield, and Joplin, Springfield, Missouri. And then, of course, if I really need to go out of Kansas City, I can't. That's pretty far away. So Tulsa, Fayetteville. So there's always somebody having a sale. I'm not afraid to drive. Um, I actually kind of prefer it because I can bring everything I need. My big ring lights, my full size bottles of lube, whatever. Maybe a sexy, passenger. So it's been actually difficult, but the beauty is like companies like this, Exotic Angels, Mysterious Productions, they have these events, and of course there's conventions where we're all together, we're all tested, and we can just work. So it's nothing to it but to do it, I guess. But it does get pricey. Basically, most are like paying their way up front. So I'm paying, my travel, my accommodations, my food, entertainment, whatever it is, maintenance on the car, airport parking, Uber, whatever. You're paying all that, and your equipment, your editing software, whatever, your memberships, everything, and then hoping that what you make is going to be loved as much as you love it. And so that's where it is. A pushed product is better than a perfect product. You make your product, you push it.
Where do you go about getting people? I mean, for you, like, what do you look for? Is it attitude? Is it looks? Is it personality? Like, what is it for you that you look at and go, okay, I want to shoot this person or that person or this person? Like, these are the kind of people that I want to work with.
Well, in Joplin, Missouri, where I live, I struggle to find even males or females to do like custom content with kissing content, blowjob content. And it pays like by the minute, like $10, $12 a minute, depending what it is. It's like a lot of, I can't believe how difficult that is. But a lot of times I'll just see them on Twitter. There'll be some sort of network. A lot of it comes from word of mouth. Like I will see someone or someone will be suggested to me and they've already been worked with and kind of, somebody's experienced them, because the industry is actually a lot smaller than people realize, and word of mouth will travel very quickly, whether it's a rumor, truth, or suspicion, or even like a celebration or something great. It travels fast. So if you get a bad reputation or you're into something controversial, it's going to travel fast, even if it's not true. So a lot of it's word of mouth. It's not a very big industry like people would think. So the world's small with the internet. So we hear about each other, or we'll see a producer or a friend working with someone. Go, dang, who's that? Of course, I'm a porn connoisseur. I watch porn often. I can't help but watch porn almost every single day. So you come across and you say, wow, I really like their attitude, or like this or that. It helps if they're close. It helps if they want to work with you, if you go to their area a lot. Just it's really going to be work ethic, appearance, maybe a special skill or something that they have. Honestly, I'm not bi or gay. I do work with females all the time, but I'm always looking at the guys. I'm always like, dang, who is that? Yeah. And people know what my preference is, but I always say there's always an exception to the rule, and I don't consider myself a queen of spades, and I don't label myself a queen of spades. I quit doing that back in 2020, or early 2020, I believe, maybe even 2019. I quit. I think it was 2019. I made an announcement. I'm not using queen of spades. I'm not using things that identify people as fetishes, I guess you'd say. That could be, people aren't our tools, I guess. But it's really hard to draw the line with fetish and sex because, some people want to be dominated and called a little subby slut, just whatever. You just have your own boundaries and you find people that work with those boundaries. But so some people think that their skin tone or their anatomy makes them pre-qualified. I get at least one dick pic every day saying, do you think I have what it takes to make porn? And I'm like, absolutely not. Because if you think that's all it takes, you're already out. I like the total package. Somebody that's awesome. I don't care if they're chubby or this or that. It's like how they work, how much fun they look like. Of course, we like things that appeal to our eye, but I will take like a 6 with a great work ethic that wants to work with me over a 10 that's an asshole with a big dick that's going to try to, smash the shit out of you, even though you asked him not to because you're on tour. You got a whole other week. You're not trying to be knocked into your cycle. Then they just want any day. So If you think all it takes is a dick, then you're sadly mistaken. Because a lot of times people get caught up in a moment where some girl they like or whatever, they're fucking and, she'll say to him, oh my gosh, you could do porn. But she likes you. You guys are in the privacy of your own environment. It's probably dark. There's no one else there, probably. I'm just drawing some assumptions, but you're in a place where you're comfortable with somebody who wants to be with you. You don't have a dude with a camera up your ass and a light, and there's 7 people in a room with no air conditioning on because it makes noise, and telling you, I need you to pop in 20 seconds, okay? Because we need to wrap this up. It's going too long. We got somebody else we need to shoot after this. And, maybe somebody you don't like, they may smell funny. I've heard that. I've heard about somebody that kind of stinks. And the person was like, oh man, we got together and she just stunk. Like her mouth, her body. I mean, it didn't shower off. And I was like, so he didn't even want anything but BJ. I was like, oh my God, I've never heard of that. The person they worked with, I hadn't heard of, but now I've seen them around a little bit. And I thought, that sucks. That sucks because, I already have that mental in my mind that if I meet this person, that they're already going to have that problem. So I don't know, hippies. I'm just kidding. So it may not be somebody that you even want to shoot with necessarily. And as a guy, you have to stay erect. Plus, show me your hard penis doesn't tell me if it can perform under pressure, if it's yours, what the rest of your body looks like, what your professionalism's like. Obviously, it's lacking in some area. You're a little misguided about what it takes overall. Just send me a picture of your dick saying, do you think I got what it takes to make porn? It tells me you're way, way off. Way off. So now if I look at it and say, ooh, I might do a little audition and then we'll go from there.
So who do you enjoy working with? Give me some people that you've enjoyed working with the last couple of, say, 5 or 6, videos, because they bring the action, they're fun, they're professional, and they're generally good people.
Oh man, almost everybody, everybody I've worked with, I just adore. Somebody asked me this the other day, and I love working with both Jay Blacks, Danny Black. I loved working with Jay Banger. I loved working with Magic Montana. I liked working with Rico Strong. Rico Blaze. Yeah, people overlap names so much. Oh my God, I know I'm going to leave somebody out and they're going to be hurt. But there's so many that I feel close to, even if I shot them a long time ago, one time, it's just like Eero Strokes, that son's friend thing. Like, it's always going to be special because it was my first event. I was so nervous and he asked to work with me. Other people might have had to be coerced a little bit or asked as a favor by the producer, because I'm just awkward and weird, I can be. And he wanted to work with me. So that element made it. Handsome Devin, oh my God. I don't know if it's something in Louisiana, but that kid was positioning me like, and he was 20. I was 40. I was like, what? Does he watch nothing but porn, or is he just a natural like that? It was great. Oh goodness, I love working with Richard, man. Like I always joke that we're gonna be pushing our hover rounds together and going head to head for life. I always love working under Mr. Nuts. Of course, I've never shot with him. If anything, I'd want to do an interview with him, interview him. The only thing he seems interested in doing with me is like pissing on me, but you know what? That's the one thing I just won't do. I just won't. I just, as nasty as I am, that's just where I draw the line. But I'll always have mad respect for him. Like his people taught me the game, and I'm just forever grateful for that. So Alfonso Lays, we shot a 6-person scene in 19 minutes. What the hell? And pop, and it's time to go. I was like, I can't even do a 3-person scene in less than 4 hours, but I'm just kind of meticulous about shit, So, oh my God, there's so many. I'm just trying to think through like my list, my bestsellers. Don Prince, man. I love working with him. It's just when they're good, they're good. They're just good. I'm trying to think. There's somebody that, I know there's some that I've worked with several times more than others. Danny Black, he was the first person that really like just, bond with me. I love Hard Nutters. I love the approach that he took, Mr. Cash, he took to like getting into the industry. he just went backwards, and it's a beautiful thing. He did his own thing. He got a great reputation so far. I've never heard a bad word about him. And out of Kwai Khalif, he's always going to be special. Of course, any of my swinger friends, like Susie QBBW, Davina Rains, Kristen Curves, some people like that. We were actually all friends before we ever shot porn. Like, we actually shot our first stuff at Susie QBBW's house way back in 2017. And these girls are ladies that I already shared dicks with and shared, holidays, birthdays, get-togethers, swinger parties. We already shared all that stuff, so we were already friends. So to have them in the industry and like work with them is just like, I'm not a lesbian or gay, but like those girls, it's no skin off my teeth. I love working with them. I mean, those are special. Those are like close to my heart. So I know I'm missing like a million people. I'm gonna feel so bad when I go, oh, why did I say so and so? I love them, but I can't think of very many people that I've shot with it. I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good on that again. Usually if I do, it's a vibe. It may not even be what they said, but how they said it to me, or if it kind of comes off as condescending or demeaning, or I get that, you feel it in your heart. You feel like the passive aggressive, the vibration ain't what you're used to. And it's like, almost like, hey, you know what? I want to kind of utilize you because I think it's fun to make you look humiliated. If I was into that, I'd be into that, but I'm really not. I don't like to be called stupid, especially on scene. I don't like to be tickled, hit, hard impact, and no urination, no scat, nothing like that, So people are like, what, really? Yeah, I have boundaries, guys. So, oh man, I've got a million people I've loved working with. And the ones that get it, the ones that are there and ready to work, that show up with their tests, always, and that's the best people to work with, ones that get it, the ones that have done it, been around the block a little bit. So when
So
girls
for
get on
you,
set, oh,
yep.
huh? Yeah, because when we get
So I
on
was going to say
set, go ahead.
well, you go first. My apologies.
No, I mean, I'll take over your show. I'm not trying to, but I'm really bad about that.
I was going to say for you, how tough is it sometimes having normal relationships when they have to understand you become second? I mean, you're editing, you're tweeting, you're texting, you're scheduling shoots, you're putting in for videos, you're putting in for the medical tests, you're planning travel. I mean, there's all this that comes, and
Answering
you're going,
DMs all day
yes.
long. The little personal services, the video chats. Well, I've been single for pretty much since 2015. So I'm kind of doing a long distance relationship thing now with somebody about 15 hours away, but I'm already on that. It started out great, and then once we met, it's like I don't know. There's a disconnect there somewhere on his part. I definitely feel it, but it's not being acknowledged, even though I'm bringing it up very diplomatically. And so I don't know if somebody's trying to play me, somebody had a change of heart and they don't want to feel like an asshole, or they are completely aloof. But see, it was great before, and now it's not so great. But it's not confrontational. It's not angry. It's just like, when you meet somebody and you're thinking that you're like in love, and then you feel a disconnect. Like, the first time you're meeting, you're staying there for a few days, and you feel like we should be all over each other. We should be like, just, hey, what do you like? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite ice cream? And they're like, oh, I got to go work out, and I got to go talk to my family member. And then you find out that they're like at a professional sporting event, and they post it, and you're like, ew. It's like, but then you bring it up, they're like, what? I was just gone for a little bit doing this and that. But it's like, you didn't take the time off for work for me to come here, but no. So I think sometimes people, especially men, they want to have like, they fall in love with the fantasy. And then the more you know somebody, the more of a regular person they become, the less special it is, I guess. So they always like kind of the poster girl, the dream girl, the pinup girl, the superstar, the model, whatever, the girl next door, just the fantasy girl. And so sometimes when you see that they're really just like some frumpy, like Roseanne or Melissa Gilbert, of the Midwest that happens to put her junk on the internet. Like it just maybe it takes away the razzle dazzle, the never mind the girl behind the curtain, like Wizard of Oz style. So I like variety and to keep my options open. So as a swinger and a unicorn, because like a single female swinger, I am totally okay with being alone, being single. I like not answering to somebody. I like not considering their feelings. I like not giving into like their way of doing things, or dealing with their dealing with in-laws and stuff like that. It's like I'm alone as far as like relationship wise, but I'm not lonely. So, I got, guys come through like seasons, like I may fancy this dude for a couple months and then be like, well, I've seen all the tricks this pony can do. And honestly, like I just love to a point. It's like if I'm with somebody and we decide that we're gonna do like a monogamish type thing and committal type thing because we want to, because I just can't, I'm crazy about him. I can't quit thinking about him. I want to do everything for him, whatever. But we also agree that we're gonna have like somewhat of openness. We're gonna agree on some boundaries, maybe go to parties, whatever that is. I have to be with somebody who's gonna let me work. This is my passion. You have to be with a passionate person and understand that it's work. And then sometimes there's a little closer bond than that, but he's gonna have to be pretty secure in that. But also, I can do that with somebody. But if down the road they found out that they fell in love with, say, a coworker, I would want them to go be with them. I just would, because I just love to a point. It's like I want you to be happy even if it's not with me. I don't feel the need, because we're not in a relationship or best friends anymore, that we have to be enemies and I have to wish you the worst. I'm not a vengeful person. I've had industry breakups, so to speak. I don't get nasty with it. I don't get public with it. I don't wish them harm. It's just we're not going to work professionally, whether or not it's personal or professional, wherever the damage came from. If we're no longer shooting together, it doesn't need to be, oh, now I'm going to throw you under the bus and tell everybody not to work with you. Now, if they ask for an honest opinion and I care about them, I'm going to say, I'll keep it real diplomatic. And I'll say, just be on your guard, and we're all adults here. I'm not going to say, well, you can't be friends with me and them. You have to pick one. I mean, I'm 43 freaking years old. I'm a dinosaur in this industry, kind of, But I saw Sika on your lineup, and man, she had so many views. I was like, she just came back out of nowhere, blast from the past, and just took over for a minute. So go Sika, man. She's like holding it down for us. Her, President Sinclair, Sally D'Angelo. I love those girls. I do. They're like my moms. So
Once again, we're proud to have on the show. I give you the sexy, the beautiful, the lovely. I give you it is Mandy Maytag. So Mandy, before we let you go, where can fans check you out at? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the website? Where can fans contact you at?
oh man, they have no problem hitting up my DMs on. I don't keep mine locked. I check them every day. So Twitter is a little different. Supermanda FL, like Florida, because I used to live there. And Supermanda, I thought was a fun play on words. I love puns and wordplay. So Supermanda FL is shadow banned, so you got to check the whole thing out. But the easiest thing to do is Google Mandie, Mandie, Maytag, Maytag. My Instagram is Maytag, you're it. It's Maytag, like the washing machine. 3 underscores, your, which is you are. 3 underscores, it. But I can make it even simpler for you. allmylinks.com/Mandy Maytag. It's all there. If you want to hop in and do some of the stuff I do, I have referral links there. I've got Snapchat, Twitter. I pretty much got everything. Sex Panther. We're always having to roll with the punches. Platforms are coming in and out. They're changing the rules. Fossa Sesta. You have to be ready to roll with the punches. That's another thing people don't expect. It's one thing if you're super hot and have an agent, you get booked. When you're doing your own thing, you've got to be on your guard and ready to go. So if this one falls through, you got another one. But allmylinks.com, so far that one's up and running. Hasn't had any issues yet, other than it kind of popped and then it fizzled. However, all my stuff is there. Call me on my personal phone. I'm just kidding. So maytagmedia@gmail. Just be respectful. Don't come with a dick pic. It's a simple hi, forget it. I'm probably not going to respond. I don't have time. If it's a serious question, a compliment, I don't know. Just come with something other than hi or hey beautiful or hey sexy. There's too many of you. I just don't have time for that. So a business proposition, a compliment, a gift, morning, hey, anything. Then you're more likely to get a response. Keep it respectful. Do not send me your dick unless I ask you for it. Please. I know that it's going to be an ongoing battle for the rest of my career and probably life, but you will win so many points if you do not. Actually, I'll even talk to you. I will delete you immediately when I get dick pic. I can't stand that shit. So please don't do that.
Mandy Maytag, ladies and gentlemen, once again, always on a pleasure having you on the show. We come back, got a lot more going on here. Only on it is After Hours, only on the After Hours YouTube channel.
Yay!